Hi, this is Ed Troxel, and in today's tutorial we're going to learn how to add tracks to the timeline. You have to be careful when adding tracks because you have to differentiate between video tracks and audio tracks, and you have to figure out where you want them to be, and depending on how you add the tracks you may not be able to specify much information. So we're going to look at some various methods so that we can get them added correctly. To start, I am going to just start with a blank project in Vegas so that we can see when the tracks get added. So now let's look at the code that it's going to take to add some tracks. It is very simple to just add a video track or add an audio track. If we go to myvegas.project, there is an add video track and an add audio track available for us, so we can just choose that option right there and it will do what it says it will do. So let's give this a test. We're going to tell it to add a video track, then add an audio track, and then add another video track, and it's going to just add those three tracks. So let's save this and see what happens when we run it. So when we look at our timeline now, you can see we have a video track, and an audio track. Now remember, we added video, audio, video. So what order were these added in? Well, I'm going to say that the first one was this one right here, the second one was this one, and then the third one was this one, because this is exactly the same as just right-clicking and saying insert video track or insert audio track. We can specify where these tracks are going to be added. So let's go back to our code, get rid of these three lines, and learn how we can specify exactly where to place these and even give them names. So let's look at these two sections. This one is going to specify a track variable called vTrack, and we're going to add a new vid track 1, and we're going to put it at the index 0 position. The index 0 is at the top, so that one will be placed directly at the top of the timeline. This one, we're going to specify a new audio track, which is a new audio track, and then I'm going to put position 99. In all of my scripting basically means at the bottom. I never have had more than 99 tracks, so by specifying 99, I'm able to say this one is going to go at the bottom. Another way of saying that could be, we could just use something like myvegas.project.tracks.count, and that would also put it at the bottom, and that would be actually more precise, because on a brand new project, count would be 0. After we add this track, count would be 1, so this would be added into the 1 position. So it could be done either way. I'm going to go ahead and just change this back to 99 for now though. And then to add the track, we just simply go to myvegas.project.tracks.add, and then we add the video track and the audio track. Now one thing to note here is we are creating a new track variable even though we are creating an audio track or a video track. So we have to tell it what kind of track we are creating, but then we turn it into just a generic track in order to add it to the list of tracks. So let's save this and give this a try. So here you can see we have a video track, and the name of the track is new vid track 1, and then we have an audio track, and it is named audio track 1. The new vid track is at the top, and as we expected, the audio track is at the bottom. Now let's add some more tracks to see exactly how we can control this. So let's go through the code here, and now we're going to add 5 tracks, and let's see exactly what's going to happen. First of all, we're going to add the new vid track at the very top, then we're going to add audio track 1 at the very bottom. Now I'm going to add another video track called vid track 2, and it is going to be placed directly below new vid track 1 because its index is 1. which is technically where the audio track is located, so this is going to bump the audio track down. Then we're going to create a new audio track, and I'm going to put it at index 0. That means this audio track is going to be at the very top of the timeline. Then finally, I'm going to create another video track. I'm going to put it at index 99, which, as we said before, is basically, in my terminology, the bottom. So we're going to add another video track on the bottom, and notice each of these are properly named so that we know this one's going to be on the bottom, this one's going to be on the top, and when we look at the names we can verify that that's where they're all going to end up. So let's save this and run it again. And now we have our 5 tracks listed. Let's pull this up a little bit so we can see all 5. We have our vid track 1, which was added first. It was added at the top. Then we had the audio track 1, which was added at the bottom. Then we had vid track 2, which we specified to be directly below vid track 1, so that is in the correct place. Then we had this audio track, which we specified in the 0 index position, so it was put up at the top. And then we had this video track, which we added at the very bottom. As you can see, adding new tracks to the timeline is not that difficult. You just have to make sure you specify the proper information and verify they're going exactly where you want them to go. Please sign up at www.JETDV.com and subscribe on YouTube to get further notifications on when new videos are presented.